just wanted to watch the show, and it was so frustrating that's like you're constantly having to like, I know other people handle it well, I don't. I just want to watch the show, and I feel like it's taken away from my enjoyment. I want to be able to talk about the episodes and review them still, and still our normal format, but the actual watching the show, we're going to do that off camera.
Gordon's a big fan of himself in the monitor. Are you about to sneeze?
Bing bong. No.
Bing bong, I'm here.
I'm just trying to think about how to open this up. Should we just, I guess we just go straight into it, because I don't think, I'll put a annotation. I don't know if I remember how to do that, but there's a little thing up here, or it's over there, I don't know. It's someplace, but it's just popped up.
Wow.
He's explaining that, yeah, we decided that we're no longer doing reaction videos. We watched the episodes off camera.
I just wrote "Why Aaron" on the top of my page, and I don't remember why I wrote that.
All right, so let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the episode.
We'll start out with the obvious here. Is Levi dead?
No.
No.
Yeah, I think like when they first show him, he's not blinking, which is like scary, because you're like, oh my god, like they just killed him off. But then Flock. He asks Hanj like if
he can check a pulse.
Yeah, if he can check a pulse, and Hanj doesn't respond, and then they roll into the river. So that kind of makes me assume that he's still alive. If he is dead, it's kind of an anticlimactic way to kill him off. Like, literally the most badass character in the show. Like, it seems like a very,
You're just gonna blow him up?
Oh, he's permanently scarred, though. He's got that bad, like, he's got that awesome scar, like, right through his eye.
Hey.
You're really cool.
It's gonna really add to his character, I think. When he comes back. When he comes back. Because he is coming back.
No, I agree. I think he is coming back. Then we had the Zeke power-up, Dragon Ball style. No, because, like, this Titan walks over, right, because Zeke's laying there, literally just a torso. And then this Titan walks over. This is at the end of part 1. We reacted to that, and the Titan walks over and grabs him, just stuffs him inside his stomach.
Like a kangaroo.
Yeah. But then, at the beginning of this episode, we see that same Titan laying on the ground, and then, like, Zeke, while he's inside him, he just, like, absorbs the Titan, and then just pops out, like, fully healed.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know he could do, like, that's pretty, like, cool, but I don't know if he meant to do that.
They asked him what happened, and his response was, I don't know, and then he was talking about the vision he was having, so I don't think he knew.
And the vision was the same one that Ymir had in season 2, which I noticed. Do you remember that? Because I brought it up to you, but then you didn't seem like you had any reaction to it.
I was trying to think, because there's a lot in season 1, 2, and 3 that I just don't think I remember. Like, a lot of Ymir's storyline is all very fuzzy.
I'm also trying to remember the episode.
Was that an OVA or was that an episode?
No, it was the episode.
Okay.
It's talking about Ymir's backstory, I think. You know, we see the glimpses between her getting basically injected and pushed off the wall. She became a Titan. And then she ate...
Marco?
Marco and Porco?
No. Marco's the one who was half the face. Go on. Maurice?
Is that right? Should I check that? Maurice? Like the lemur from... Marcel! That was it! Marcel! But then Ymir eats Maurice. Marcel. Then Ymir eats Marcel, and then we see her wake up, and before like, oh, it's just like, it's pretty, like she's like waking up in the night, all the stars or whatever. But then I noticed that in this episode, Zeke is talking about that vision or whatever, that weird looking girls like making like, basically like molding him out of sand.
Was the girl in Ymir's vision too?
I didn't remember the girl.
Okay, she still looks like Kaya to me. I think it's just the blonde hair. Throws me off.
Highly doubt.
I feel like maybe she has a bigger purpose in this story. She seems sketchy.
We'll talk about that later. She's not in this episode, so there's a lot that happens just right from the opening. Between Levi being dead, being alive, being the Zeke segment. And
then we gotta talk about the opening.
And then the rumbling, the opening theme.
So I will say, I think that this is my favorite opening. Sasageo I think is still the front runner.
It's hard to talk Sasageo.
You can't top Sasageo. But this one's a very, very close second. I really like it.
Oh, I agree.
I like the visuals in it. I like the way everything looks. I like the song. It's hype.
Both the season 4 openings have been completely different.
I remember watching it being like, this is weird, but then I loved it.
I like them both. I don't know, maybe this just isn't like super like my type of music, so that's why I still like the song. But I don't know, I think I lean a little bit towards My War because it's just so weird and like intriguing. I think about it.
My War is actually my ringtone whenever you call me.
Oh really? I didn't know that. The outro. I don't know if we're gonna talk about the outro. I like the outro.
The outro's nice too.
Before I think the outro is like super pretty. It's one of my favorite outros. I was kind of.
Gives me
I will say just. Not to cut you off. I will say I kind of wish they brought back Linked Horizon for the final. You know what I mean? Just to kind of tie it in. But
I agree.
I mean, I'm not upset with what we got. I like the theme.
I think that because we talked about this before about how like the opening or the closing song kind of gives us hope for Eren not being as bad as they're playing him out to be, because it kind of makes it it's all about him and his young, innocence, and it's just beautiful and pretty, and it
because it seems like we didn't see much of Eren throughout season 4 so far. We haven't seen much of Eren, and it seems like they're painting it very much like whenever he beat up Armin, for instance, and said that he always hated Mikasa. That just went so far one direction, makes me think that he was doing it on purpose to separate himself from them. Like basically, and it worked because Mikasa throughout this episode at the end was very hesitant. She didn't want to help him. Yeah. So it makes me think that's what he was trying to do.
To protect them and to keep them away so that he could do what he needed to do without having to worry about hurting them.
Right. No, yeah, I agree.
That's
Armin,
what it seems like.
Yeah. I think... What?
I wrote down the characters I like.
No, before you just start listing off your new favorite characters.
Anjan Capone.
The new Sasha. What the fuck is that?
That's Yelena. No, that's
You're just so casual, like, look, I made my new list of characters, and on the opposite page, that's horrifying.
Well, she's kind of horrifying, so it fits.
I agree.
Yeah, no, that's my drawing of Yelena. Obviously, I am not the artist in the
Burn
family.
That paper. Before you list off your new top 5 favorite characters, Armin.
No, he's not on the list.
I know he's not on the list. Oh, no, he's number 10.
I have on the next page, Armin is naive, but I don't know how to spell naive.
I wrote the same thing, Armin is naive. I didn't spell it the same way.
Naive.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I wrote the exact same thing, Armin being naive. Like, whenever he's talking about Eren, at first it's like, no, I agree. Obviously, whenever Armin was talking, he's like, no, he was doing that for us. It's like, yeah, I agree with that. Then he keeps going. When he keeps going, it's like, oh, I don't think, because he talks about, like, Yelena and Zeke. They didn't trick him, but they're like, he's basically just going along with it because he has to or something like that, which I don't agree with. I don't think that's the case at all. But I don't know if Armin's playing something either. In season 4, part 1, Armin was like...
He told Yelena, he was like, oh, this just moved me so much, like, y'all's whole motive. And
and even when we first saw it, we're like, no, something's up with that. I don't know. That's too much. We'll have to. That's pretty much obviously, and then we got to see on the action side of things, we got to see Eren use the Warhammer Titan power for the first time. Which is pretty
cool, I will say.
They said that takes a lot out of him. They're like, oh, the Warhammer Titan, that drains him really fast, but yet he just keeps using it. He keeps using it, so it's like
Eren
doesn't really
know
make
when
me
to
think.
stop.
I mean, he gets shot in the head twice, and he just keeps going. So they think like, I don't feel like he's stopping anytime soon, and I don't think that's not Eren's personality. Eren never just stops. He'll keep fighting until he's dead. Eren's personality is that he's not going to stop. He's going to use that rage that he has, and he's just going to keep pushing forward. So
I think he needs therapy.
This fight's going to go on for several episodes, I feel like. They make it seem at the end of this one that the fight's growing to a close.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not.
But yeah, I feel like we're just getting started.
Okay, characters I like. I think we're at this point now.
Okay, good. We're at this point of the show.
Number 1, Anjan Capone. I think I just like his name. But also, I mean, he's a cool character. I think he's decent, so we'll keep him around. Connie, Reiner. I still have Reiner on my favorites list. I'm sorry.
No.
Reiner is still...
I like Reiner. No, you said Connie.
Yep.
That's the other thing I had written down was Connie's outburst.
Yes.
Because it is very
he's
upset.
Very upset.
It's very... But you understand, because, like, he's talked about being betrayed by Annie, Reiner, Berthold, Eren. He lost his whole family to
and then he lost
Zeke,
Sasha.
and he turned them all into Titans, and then he lost basically his twin. It's like he's gone through so much, and I don't really think it's really talked about a lot. Like, I don't really think they bring a lot of attention to Connie.
I wonder if they will, like, do an episode solely on him and, like, what he's been going through.
I don't think they will, simply because, like, we're in the end game.
Right before they, kill him off, because...
Yeah. We're in the end game now, so it's not like they're going to really... I think we're past the solo episodes at this point. And if we do get, like, the character episodes, it's going to be with Eren and Zeke. You know what I mean? Or maybe Annie. Because they're going to bring Annie back, I think.
She's in the intro, so I have hope for it.
Yeah.
Interested to see what they do with her. Reiner's on my list. Peak. I like Peak. I do not like the Card Titan.
Cart Titan's strange.
Hate the
I
Cart
feel like
Titan.
she changes appearance every time I see her. Like, there's something different about the Cart Titan every time.
It's like
it
sometimes
appears.
she looks like she has like short little arms and is just walking around on all fours, and then sometimes she like has like a regular body and just a long face.
Yeah, like in this episode, she's like putting on the straps, like
Yeah.
to put her gun on.
Like, I just thought you were like on all fours at all times. Because remember
Yeah.
that one episode where she like walked out of the room on all fours and she's like, "Oh, sorry, sometimes I forget that I'm not a Titan" or something like that.
Well, she spent so long as a Titan, I think it was hard to.
Yes, but if your
adjust
Titan
to
can
that.
walk around on two legs, then why is she used to walking around on all fours?
Probably like a bear. You know, how bears walking off road, sometimes they'll stand up on two legs.
Are there any other animals that do that? Switch legs, you know?
Switch legs.
Not like switch legs, but like...
Flamingos. Anyways, that thing brings an end to the first episode. We're sorry, this isn't a reaction. It's just a review.
You can be mad at him, it was his idea.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Definitely, I just
But
show up.
I was like, look, can we just find a way to make this easier so that we don't have to like try and rush recording sessions and I'm taking equipment back and forth. Can we just find a way to simplify this and make it so we can actually record episodes?
Yeah, it was. We didn't have to pause it all.
No,
during this. We just got to watch the show.
Watching it with our paper and writing notes on things we want to talk about, I honestly really love this. Okie dokie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and enjoy, subscribe if you want to see more. There's more episodes coming this week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Peace out.